Hello everybody, this is Chris Gorgeous from ASL Basics. Today we will be kicking off a 4-part series where we will learn the first 100 signs that somebody should know when they're first learning ASL. Let's learn the basics. So as I mentioned before, today will actually be the first in a 4-part series of learning the first 100 signs somebody should know as they're learning ASL for the first time. And by the end of this 4-part series, you'll know enough signs to actually initiate and follow through with the conversation in sign language. And don't worry, we're not going to be learning all 100 signs today. I'm actually going to break it up into segments of 25 signs each. And actually, before we get started with learning the signs, I'm going to give you 3 quick recommendations on how to be able to not only learn the signs, but also to remember them. My first suggestion is going to be to shadow the signs as you see them. Basically, that means that you're going to be copying the signs as I sign them. That may feel a little silly as you're just watching it on a computer screen or on a phone, but actually it's going to help develop the muscle memory necessary for your hands to remember what to do. Even if you forget what the sign means, your hands will actually know what to do. So go ahead and, as silly as it may feel, to sign with me as you're watching. The second recommendation is to actually watch this video more than once. Most of us will watch a video and probably forget about half of what we watched. And one of the best things that we can do to remember the signs that we learn is to go back and review. So I'm going to include some timestamps in the description down below for each sign individually. So if you forget a sign, you can come back to this video, go to the description, and you can quickly find that sign it is that you need a refresher on. And my third suggestion is to actually share this video with somebody that you know. There's really no better way to practice and to remember the signs that you learn than to practice using them in real life with another person. So find somebody like a friend or a relative and to share this video with them and review and practice these signs with each other. It will really help you retain what you learned. And one more thing, remember this is going to be a 4-part series. So I would actually recommend subscribing to the channel and clicking that bell notification, because when my next video does come out, you'll automatically be notified and you can go ahead and continue learning the rest of the 100 signs. So with all of that said, let's go ahead and get started with today's 25 signs. The first one is going to be probably one of the easiest because you're just saying hello. So you'll just take your hand like this, and it almost looks like a salute, and you say hello. Just a flat handshake to your forehead and away. Hi, or hello. The second one is going to be, how are you? And this is actually a good opportunity to demonstrate how ASL doesn't really sign articles, which is those really short words like a, an, are, as. Those tiny little words tend to be omitted in proper ASL. So for how are you, it's actually just how and you. So you would sign how, you. You just twist your hands and you point to the person, asking, how are you? So the next 3 signs will actually be responses to that question. So you could respond, I'm doing fine. Fine is just an open 5 hand shape and the thumb touches the center of your chest. Fine. The next one is good. So for that, you're going to use a flat hand shape, and then the fingertips are going to touch your chin and they're going to go down to your other hand. Good. And the last sign is going to be bad. Sometimes we just are having a bad day. So it'll actually start off with the same way as good. You'll have a flat hand shape, fingertips on the chin, except it's going to twist away from your face. Bad. And remember, your facial expressions should match the sign that you're signing. So for fine, I'm fine. For good, good. Make sure you're smiling when you say good. And if you're just having a bad day, don't be afraid to show that on your face. Just bad. And really matching those facial expressions to the appropriate signs is going to go a long ways with just communicating with clarity. So the next one is introducing yourself by name. My name is. So again, the word is we won't be signing because it's one of those small articles that just get omitted in ASL. So it's going to be my name. So for example, my name is Chris. My name, C-H-R-I-S. My name, Chris. And if you haven't learned the alphabet in ASL yet, you can go back and you can actually watch one of my previous lessons where I show you how to sign the entire alphabet A through Z. And I also throw in a few fingerspelling tips to boot. And I'll have that video in the card up above and also in the link in the description down below. Okay, so the next phrase that we're going to be learning, we'll be turning the tables. We're going to be asking their name. So this is actually another good opportunity to teach you a little bit about ASL syntax. So you'll notice that in sign language, most of the question words like where, when, how, what are actually at the end of the sentence rather than in the beginning. So the sentence, what is your name, is actually your name what? Again, that word is got omitted. So your name what? And your eyebrows should be furled down for an open-ended question. Your name what? Okay, and now throw a little receptive fingerspelling practice your way. So your name what? And let's say the other person responds. If you know what that name was, let me know down in the comments down below. Okay, so on to the next one will be, where are you from? So based on what we have learned already, the question will actually be, you from where? You from where? So the next one will be, I am learning sign language. So you could actually sign this in that English grammar. However, if you were to want to sign it in proper ASL syntax or with that sentence structure, it would be sign language, I learn. You could say I am learning sign language, but just to get your mindset around the sentence structure in ASL, we'll go ahead and practice it. Sign language, I learn. Sign language, I learn. Good. So far you're doing great. Now we're already halfway through the signs for today, and be sure to stick all the way to the end because I'll actually be throwing in a few extra bonus signs that would be really helpful for conversational use going forward. So you might find yourself using this next sign quite a bit. The sign is slow. A lot of times when you're learning sign language and the other person may not realize it, you may have to tell them to slow down more often than not. So slow down or just slow. So the next sign is stop. You'll take your non-dominant hand. So I'm right-handed, so my left hand is going to be in front of me like this. And my dominant hand, my right hand, is going to come down on the other. Stop. The next sign is please. You just take a flat hand shape and you rub it in a circle around your chest like this. Please. So even though thank you is 2 words in English, it's really only 1 sign in ASL. And you can do it 2 ways. One way is to do it with both hands like this. It's very similar to good, but with 2 hands. Or a lot of people will just sign it casually as thanks or thank you. And real quick, thank you is actually a good example of a directional sign. So depending on where it is that you're saying thank you, is you're thanking that person. So if that person over there did something nice and I want to thank them for it, I would want to do it in their direction. So the next sign is you're welcome. Funnily enough, it's kind of a controversial sign because when you transliterate it, it actually doesn't really make much sense. Because in English, it means you are welcome. But in sign language, instead of you are, it becomes the possession yours. Like that welcome belongs to you. But anyways, so there's 2 ways to sign you're welcome. There's your welcome, or sometimes I've seen it come up from the forehead, you're welcome, and come down to the chest. You're welcome or you're welcome. And the next sign, fortunately, is much easier and less controversial. Sorry. You just take the A hand shape and you rub it across your chest like this. Sorry. So we're in the home stretch now, just 3 more signs, and they're going to be question words. Why, who, and when. So the first one is why. This is actually a really simple sign, but there's a lot of variations to it. So the one that is most common, I would say, is why. You would just wiggle your middle finger like this. Why. Also, I've seen it with 2 fingers. Why? Or I've seen it with 3. Why? Also, I've seen it pulled away like this. Why? why, or why. So there's 6 variations. They're all very similar. Just want to let you know that, there isn't just one set way, and many people sign it differently, but it all means the same thing. Why, 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 why. It just is. The next sign, it actually has 2 minor variations. It's either who or who. Both are acceptable. Just again, there are minor variations out there. And also, there is one older sign that you may find in sign language books, or some of the older ones in the deaf community will actually still use this sign, but you'll take your index finger and go around your mouth like this. Who. But it's really not common, but just in case you come across it, that's what that sign means. Who. Who or who. And fortunately, the very last sign really only is signed one way, and it's when. I kind of think of a clock on the ground, and you're taking your fingertips and you make a circle around and meet again, almost like the hour hand on a clock. When. So there you have it. There's the first 25 signs to get you having a conversation in ASL. I will do a quick review or a recap of all 25. So again, the signs are hello, how, you, fine, good, bad, my, name, what, your, where, I, learn, sign, language, slow, stop, please, thank you, your, welcome, sorry, why, who, when. That's it. Those are the 25 signs. So for being able to make it all the way through those 25 signs, I actually have a few bonus signs for you. So for subject pronouns such as me or you, it's really just you pointing at the person that you're talking about. And the English word will just correspond to the person that it is referring to. So it's me, you, him, her, he, she. It's just you pointing to the person. And you may have noticed that those possessive pronouns like yours or mine are basically the same thing, but with your palm open. So it's yours, it's mine, his, hers. Whomever it is that it belongs to, you just have your open palm and you point it to that person. It's yours or it's mine, his or hers. So I want to congratulate you for making it all the way to the end. And remember those 3 suggestions I gave in the beginning of the video. So when you go back, remember to shadow the signs as you see them. Review this video more than just once. And also share this video with somebody that you can actually practice with. So doing those 3 things are going to really help you remember and retain all of these signs that you've learned today. So I'm actually going to give you a challenge. So before next week, I want you to try to introduce yourself to at least one person with the signs that you've learned today. And if you're interested in building your vocabulary even further, feel free to check out some of my previous lessons that cover the alphabet, numbers, colors, animals. So feel free to check out those videos. I do have one playlist that has everything in it. Or if you want to check out more individualized lessons, you can click that description down below and you can see which ones that are available. So just as a little side point, doing these videos actually does require a lot of time and energy, and I really do enjoy providing them. But if you are interested in showing some support, you can check out my Patreon page, or you can check out some of our merchandise, or even our website, aslbasics.com, and you can help support us continue to make these free educational sign language videos. And again, thank you so much for watching. And if you found these videos helpful, please like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you later. I also want to quickly mention that I recently made a free guide to learning sign language. It's called 6 Steps to Sign Language Fluency, and you can actually download it for free by clicking in the description down below or on the website, and you can subscribe to our newsletters so you can stay up to date with all of our latest content, and you can get that free guide as a bonus.